It's your boy, Markio. And we back at it again with another reaction, man. Let's go. We back at it with another reaction, man. We got a Michael Jordan video once again for y'all boys today, man. Y'all see I got to rock my Chicago Bulls shirt, you know what I'm saying? But we got Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan changed the game of basketball, we already know he changed the game of basketball in all types of form and ways. We know that, man. Mike is the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball, ever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. LeBron, it would never be Michael Jordan. And I respect LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I feel like LeBron is a great player, but he would never be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan brought so much to the game. From his swag, from his ball head, from the money aspect, from just the Jordans. The Jordan is still bigger than any shoes in the world. Don't matter if it's Gucci, Prada, Jordan is bigger than all those. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a new pair of J's when they come out. I'm telling y'all, bro, Jordan really is him. I'm telling you, when his shoes come out, everybody will fight for a pair of Jordans. They not fighting for no bronze. And that's all I gotta say, man. Remember that. Nobody fighting for bronze. They fighting for Jordans. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. And I'm going to see y'all. I'm tripping. Let me get straight to the video. I'm talking too much.
Regarded as the greatest athlete of all time and celebrated by fans worldwide as the finest basketball player to ever grace the court, he wore the number 23 on his back. A number that became nothing short of legendary. His signature team, the Chicago Bulls, was where he claimed most of his glory. He stands as one of the most celebrated icons in basketball history. He competed in the Olympic Games and brought home double gold medals alongside Team USA in 1984 and 1992. For 10 straight years, he was crowned the NBA's top scorer, and he was selected 14 times for the NBA All-Star Game.
Wow.
Since the 1990s, the world's biggest sports magazines, television networks, and media outlets have consistently honored him as a guest of distinction. The Washington Wizards were the final team he suited up for before hanging up his sneakers in 2003. Standing at 6'6", during his prime, the basketball superstar was a fierce defender, a deadly scorer, an elite ball handler, and above all, the smartest player on the floor when the pressure was at its highest. He was the mind that could read, construct, and execute the most complex plays with just seconds remaining on the clock. He was the man you handed the ball to when everything was on the line. His breathtaking ability to leap, glide past defenders, and finish at the basket made it seem as though he was floating in midair for a brief magical moment. Known among basketball faithful as His Majesty, we are of course talking about Michael Jordan. Behind the icon and the legend lives a remarkable human story, because believe it or not, this kid was cut from his high school basketball team. He didn't even make the preliminary roster. On top of being considered too short, this passionate young man had to wrestle with adversity from an early age. So how did a teenage high school student go on to become the greatest basketball player in history?
That's crazy.
Stay with us until the end, because here on you're about to discover the incredible story of Michael Jordan. The year was 1963, in the neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. In one of the city's most humble communities, Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born into a family of 5 siblings. Shortly after his birth, his parents made the decision to relocate to Wilmington, North Carolina, a place that would witness the very first chapters of an extraordinary athletic journey. His father had a background in baseball, and from a young age, Michael and his brothers played the sport regularly. But it wasn't until one of his brothers discovered basketball that Michael's curiosity was truly sparked. His brother would spend hours shooting hoops in the backyard, and Michael shadowed his every move. Noticing this, their father put up a small basketball hoop in the yard, where the boys and neighborhood kids would gather in the evenings to play. In an interview, his older brother Larry recalled that in the early days, Michael would frequently lose their one-on-one games, which would lead to arguments and frustration. Yet his passion was so intense that he refused to quit practicing, until one day he finally beat his older brother, straight up, no handicap, a completely fair and earned victory. That moment gave him a powerful surge of self-belief. At the age of 15, Michael enrolled at DC Virgo Junior High School. At that time, Michael Jordan was the quarterback of the Pop Warner football team, but his heart always belonged to basketball. When the school team held tryouts, Michael jumped at the chance, only to be turned away. The coach felt he wasn't skilled enough, and at 5'9", considered him too short for the squad.
Man, how you go from
Michael
5'9"
was
to
devastated.
6'6"?
He desperately wanted to grow
Listen.
taller so he could earn his place on the team. Interestingly, his deeply religious mother encouraged him to pray with genuine faith for the height he desired. His father offered him words that would stay with him forever. If you carry it in your heart, you can make it real. Left off the roster, Michael settled for carrying the team's uniforms to games. At his very first game, his parents showed up excitedly, expecting to watch him play. When they spotted him on the sidelines hauling the equipment rather than suiting up, the moment cut deep. Jordan later spoke about it in an interview with the Chicago Tribune. "That was what hurt me the most. My parents thought the coach had brought me to play, and there I was carrying clothes for the rest of the players."
This is real?
From that point on,
Oh,
Mike
yeah, he was
trained
mad.
harder than ever. His physical transformation was
so
dramatic.
weird,
He shot up from 5'9" to 6'3" in a single year, and the tide began to turn for the future superstar. In 1981, after completing high school, Michael received an invitation from the University of North Carolina to join their basketball program on a full scholarship. At university,
crazy,
he was
bro.
shaped by the legendary Dean Smith, a basketball Hall of Famer who, across 36 seasons coaching at UNC, racked up an astonishing 879 wins. Simply put, Michael Jordan was trained by the very best. In his freshman year, Michael was named Rookie of the Year and helped his team win the 1982 NCAA championship. He went on to be named the top college player in both 1983 and 1984. By that point, Michael was already known across the United States by the nickname, "He Can Do It All." 1984 was his defining year. His professional career was just beginning to take flight when he represented Team USA at the Olympic Games, earning his first gold medal with a victory over Spain. At just 21 years old, he was already a household name, commanding major media attention. That same year, as he turned 22, Michael accepted an invitation to join the Chicago Bulls, a move that required him to leave university behind. It was an opportunity impossible to pass up. The Bulls would become his home,
I see why he
and the
would
number
go, though.
23 would become immortal. With the Bulls, Michael finished the 1986-87 season having scored over 3,000 points in a single season,
Damn.
becoming the franchise's all-time leading scorer with 21,541 points and shattering numerous NBA records along the way. Also in 1984, a sponsorship deal arrived that transformed him into something beyond an athlete, a cultural icon. Nike offered him his own signature shoe line and treated him like royalty,
Yeah, ever since
handing
then,
him an
he's
initial payment
the greatest
of
shoe out.
$3 million. That deal shifted his mindset entirely, from being a great player to truly believing he was a global superstar. By the end of just his first year, Michael Jordan had earned close to $126 million when combining his team salary, merchandise royalties, apparel deals, and other endorsements. In one interview,
Bro, there's so much
Jordan
money out
revealed
here,
that
bro.
his dream had actually been to have Adidas or Converse create his signature shoes, but both companies turned him down early on,
I'm glad they
not
did.
yet believing in his star power.
I'm glad they did.
That rejection ultimately became one of the most
legendary
costly
Michael Jordan
mistakes in
shoes.
sports business history, as Nike's Jordan brand shoes went on to become among the best-selling in the world.
Yes.
Then came the 1988 Slam Dunk Contest, where the superstar went head-to-head against Dominique Wilkins, a formidable competitor worthy of the crown.
Should we watch
scores
that?
were razor-thin,
Let me know in the
and
comments, should we watch the
battle
dunk
was
contest?
intense. On one of his final attempts, Jordan unleashed a dunk he had tried before in previous competitions, but this time soaring to a jaw-dropping height. The result was a legendary photograph etched permanently into basketball memory. Jordan suspended in the air, knees slightly tucked, having launched nearly 16 feet across the floor and reaching a peak height of roughly 5 feet off the ground.
That was it. I mean, W video, I guess, man. But y'all let me know in the comments, man. Should we react to the Michael Jordan versus Dominique Wilkins dunk contest? I never watched it before. I never watched, I just seen him fly from the free throw line. I don't know what else he did in the dunk contest. But Michael Jordan have changed the game in so many ways. And like I said in the beginning, for example, all you got to do is throw the shoes out there. Michael Jordan shoes selling every single day. People crying for a pair of Jordans, not little LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel about Michael Jordan changing the game. Because I think he changed the game in a lot of ways. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video.